And a very big thank you to the RRG Group, who are my latest sponsor and will be throughout the season, going home and away all over Europe, the FA Cup, of course the Carabao Cup as well, and in the Premier League. Thanks for your support, guys.
This isn't the normal way that I start my match day vlogs. Normally I'm outside the ground, and this one of course is for the Tottenham versus City game. And this is actually the night before, Saturday night, because I've come down a day early as a guest of the Mid Sussex Blues. You can probably see Alex Williams, who of course was a former player for City. I'll chat to him a little bit later on. And also the big impresario of City in the community. But behind me are a lot of Blues who are based down here. A lot of them travel all the way up to Manchester for the home games as well as coming to the southern games. So it's an interesting way to start the vlog today, being with Blues who are already down here, despite the fact I've had to make a long all-day journey to get here. Anyway, let's meet them. Let's see what it's all about tonight.
Yeah, it's great to come down here because they're so far away from Manchester. You know, it's great to bring Manchester to them, and great to see you here as well, Ian.
What are you expecting from the game tomorrow? You know, these southern games are a long trek for us, aren't they?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game at Tottenham, but it's a lucky ground for us, and I think there's no reason why we can't go there and hopefully pick up 3 points.
Are you expecting a grilling from these people here?
Nah, they look far too nice, but you never know. I might get a swerve ball here or there.
He's a great servant of our wonderful club, and it is a massive pleasure to introduce Alex Williams.
The pitches they played on. I mean, I remember playing one year at Blackburn. There was 2 foot of snow. They scraped the 18-yard box, and I remember them horrible orange footballs we used to play. I used to hate them because when you tried to catch it, there was a layer of snow between your gloves and the ball. You know.
I'm Darren Buckley. I'm the Secretary of Mid Sussex Blues. We've got about 100 members. We've been in existence just past our 15th anniversary, our 15th birthday just for the Manchester derby, which could have been celebrated better, but there we go. Yeah, we've got a good core following. We tend to watch games locally in Lindfield, where we're based, in West Sussex. We try and get to games where we can, so we go to a lot of the luckily we're quite close to London, so a lot of the London games. So we've got a group going up to Spurs tomorrow, a big group going to Wembley of course for the cup final, and yeah, we've still got a good core following who go up to the Etihad every week as well, all piling into a car as well.
Season ticket, got to do it. It's bloody hell on the M6, I have to say, but honestly, it's just, yeah, once a blue. My dad was a massive red, but he took me to every blue game when we lived in Hazel Grove, so I was 4 years old on the Kippax, on the shoulders of the people in the Kippax singing all the songs.
The Monaco game, 5-3, it had every single emotion written all over it, and I was there that night on my own, just dripping in the magic of that game. No team wanted to defend, all they wanted to do was go forward. I then go to Barcelona 3-1 after we lost the away game. For us to come back and say this is our ground, this is our domain, and we put some manners on Barcelona at our ground. The way we scored the goals, where we passed them, it was just footballing heaven.
It's great coming up tonight with all these Mid Sussex Blues and going to Tottenham's ground tomorrow, which I've never been to before. The old ground I went to, and that was down a side street. You walk down for ages from the tube, and I think it's in the same position, isn't it now? Yeah. Same position. So last time I went, they just had barbers, internet cafes, and I presume it must be the same now and never changed.
You're going to win tomorrow?
Yeah, 3-1. I hope we do anyway.
And so to game day. Here we are at the White Hart Lane Stadium, Tottenham's new stadium. Last season it was just a Champions League game, not the league game, that was over at Wembley. This is the first time City will have played a Premier League game in this stadium. Let's see what happens today, and let's see what mood the fans are in ahead of this game.
Is this all about Mourinho against Guardiola?
I don't think so. I think it's about
Pep trying to find what's right now for his team, the players available. Clearly, Aymeric Laporte isn't featuring today, which is a concern. We've got, the Champions League as a focus now. No doubt about it that we're in the final of a competition which I hope we win. The FA Cup might be a bit more difficult. It's got to find the right balance of players and find those players in form for those important games. And obviously, it's a chance to see here where we struggled in the Champions League at the stadium. To see whether or not we've got players and the team to do that. And I'm pretty optimistic, but feels a little bit flat. And I'll get out there and cheer my team on.
I'm not confident. I think we've been poor recently. I think score draw.
No, okay. Sterling will score today. Sterling's due a goal. So I'm going to go 3-1 City.
So you're more optimistic?
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, a lot of people see this as Mourinho against Guardiola. Is that how you see it?
Yeah, and also City and Spurs. Over the years, they've got some great rivalry. Go back to the 81 Cup final. Straight back to the City. There's always an extra City Spurs match. Like the old main road. We went up the new stand, we played Spurs, and Edgell scored the great goal.
It's a rivalry that goes back.
It's a definite rivalry, yeah. And I think Raheem Sterling is due a goal. I think today's the day.
He's going to score today.
Absolutely.
Because you're younger, you don't see that rivalry.
I still don't like him, but not saying 1-0, 1-0. Aguero 1-1.
Hang on, a few weeks ago, Ian, he was saying his firstborn child is going to call Raheem. Now he's changed, going to Riyad. So I don't know what's happening there.
Really?
Riyad now, yeah. Not Raheem anymore. Be Sergio next week.
A toughie. They've had some poor results, haven't they, over the last few weeks? Got a new guy in, haven't they, today? So a signing in January. So we'll be lucky if we get away with a win here. I hope we'll beat them, but it's Mourinho, innit?
Last time they played here, City only played here once was in the Champions League.
Yeah, we all know I'm there. Aguero missed a penalty, and we lost the game, didn't we? So
perhaps we hope Tottenham won, do you think?
Oh, well, we know that. We hope VAR. Let's hope VAR doesn't come into play. Hey. So yeah, I don't know. I'm hopeful. Hopefully, Pep will put a good team out, and we should be in based on their form and everything rest of it. So.
A win today would be a big statement.
It would be a big statement, but I'm really, really worried about VAR and Tottenham. Sorry, you know how it's been over the last 12 months.
I think on our day we can beat anyone. And it's just which City turns up today. Is it the City that's going to put away chances? Because I do think, and we were having a conversation on the way down, people will talk about the goals we let in, but you look at some of the games, Tottenham at home, 20 odd chances and we put 2 away. Tottenham had 2 and put them away. United in midweek, we could have been 3-0 up inside the first 15 minutes, and I think that where we've let ourselves down at time this season, and don't get me wrong, we're still a brilliant team, it's not scoring goals. We've scored 100 plus goals, and we could be on 120, 130. Norwich away, we had the chances. Tottenham at home, we had the chances. United midweek, we had the chances, and that's where I think, defensively we've got a few issues, but it's also putting those chances away when we get them, and that's not what we're not doing enough of that.
That's the key to today.
The key to today is be 3-0 up inside the first 15 minutes. Shut up the ground, because we know what this place is like when it's going to be loud, it's going to be vocal, and keep them quiet, and we do what we do best: get De Bruyne on the ball, get it in, put it in the back of the net.
The ground itself seems fantastic. I've been in and had a look. I'm a bit dubious about the standing. The last time I was here it was a bit hard to see, but I'm hoping for a better result this time.
Are you confident City will get a better result today?
After watching us against United, not so much. A bit sad but true. We could have put them away, get that. But I don't know if Pep's got hold of the idea it's a Manchester derby yet. We want to win them every time.
And yet, after the game, when I said that City won by the skin of the teeth, I got slated by a lot of fans who said we were magnificently on about.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Magnificent for me would be having 3 or 4 in the back of the net. And as much as I love David Silva, I can't understand why he didn't put that ball in the back of the net past De Gea. It would have been a really nice touch for us, just to end the night. I know we'd won it, I know we'll go to beat Villa at Wembley. It's a nice touch.
Pep will want to win today, won't he?
I'm not quite sure what's going on for Pep. I'm hoping Pep's thinking about signing his new 5-year deal. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping he's around for a long time.
Well, we're hoping 3-1. So after Wednesday, I think they've got to start putting chances away. It was a bit.
Tell your story then. Where are you from and why?
Oh, where we're from? Originally born in Ashton, but now we live in Dorset. Been there probably 40 odd years now. But still try and get as many games as we can. The two lads now follow City, and when I was a youngster growing up, I was probably the only City fan at school. But now there's a few more. You see them dotted about now. A few more City fans at the game.
Join the new City, are you?
Oh, I never thought I'd see days like this, did we? We're just looking earlier on how many trips we've had to Wembley in the last, was it 10, 11 years, about 16 trips. And, I thought those days would never come, but it's unbelievable now, isn't it?
You optimistic today?
I think we'll be alright today. I think Wednesday will probably be a little wake up, and I'm hoping 3-1 today. Don't see why not.
So what do you think of the view and the fact you've got a barrier in front of you?
Oh, it's a great view, and obviously the barrier, there's going to be no surges or anything, so when we celebrate, the person behind me not going to end up on my back and I'm going to end up on the person in front's back. So this is the way forward.
Sort of safe standing, isn't it?
It is sort of safe standing. So why not? I mean, at home, most people stand up anyway, so why not? At least you've got a designated area to stand up in. I'm all for it.
You're going to win today?
Yeah, I said 4-0. Why not? He said 2-1. But
we'll see.
We'll see.
The Premier League is setting a high bar for Kyle Walker. Number 7, Raheem Sterling. Number 8, OK Gundogan.
The question I've got to ask is this: why are we in a football match and it's 2 minutes later that we get a penalty awarded? Yeah? And yet we're having texts from people at home saying it's a penalty.
Because the ball never went out of play.
I don't understand it. And then the next thing is, why can't we score? Why can't we score a penalty? I don't get it. I want answers. I'm asking questions here. Do they actually practice penalties, say? I mean, this season now, I think we missed about 4, maybe 5, and it's not good, is it? It's not good.
More than that.
Did come true. You should have done. I thought that in midfield there's no creativity. Certain players playing on the wing. Mahrez, I don't know how he's playing at present. Why did we take the centre forward off when we just gone down to 10 men? The person who should have gone off was the person who gave the ball away, who played because he changed over the second yellow card. But we go on. Next game.
Would have been 5-0, we've lost it. 3 shots, 2 goals. This player's playing badly out of form, he keeps playing. We need to sort it out. That's what it is.
Yeah, I thought City was brilliant. We like the goals. We're playing so dominant. We're the best team in England. Everyone will respect us. The Mourinho football has arrived at Tottenham. Good luck.
It's really disappointing to have that much possession in 2 games against the Reds at home and then this here today. And we dominate games and we just don't put the ball in the back of the net. You know, we had Gundogan who slid in, we've hit the crossbar, we've hit the post and missed the penalty. And you can't afford at this level. You've got a team like this, Mourinho got them playing 5 across the back and hitting us on the break. We know that's what they were going to do and that's what they did, and we're being punished again, and it's really, really disappointing.
Very frustrating, isn't it, really?
It is frustrating because you look at the last 2 or 3 seasons where we've dominated and scored goals, record goals, and this season it's just not happening for us. I'm not quite sure why. And it didn't feel or seem a lot different today as it did against the Reds in midweek. So I'm really, really disappointing and frustrated. It's disappointing and frustrating as well at the same time.
thought we just didn't take our chances. It wasn't a bad performance. We were actually the better side. You know what I mean? Better side. Went out of 10 men, and that's when they scored. But we just, I'm not having a go at them. I think I was proud of them today. We gave everything. That's all we ever want. Watching some brilliant football. Let's just keep going. You know what I mean? I never. Man City, the fight to the end. I'm not giving up on anything. That's how it is.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, I agree. Chances again. It was sort of the same story in midweek. But I can tell you stat as well. Tottenham this season have took 5 shots against us, and they've scored 4 goals. Sums it up.
Take 4 points. That's football, isn't it? Eh? I mean, let's enjoy what we're watching. You know, let's not have any whinging and all that. That performance there was enough to win most games. You don't get to rub the green sometimes. You know what I mean? We used to take the rough with the rough. Do you know what I mean? So let's take a little bit of rough with the brilliant smooth that we're having. I'm happy with them. Do you know what I mean? I tell you, and I'm not even give up on the title.
It's tough. I'm struggling for words still. I just think we're sussed out. We're trying to be too clever, too complicated, and we just forget to do simple things like just try and have a shot. That said, Tottenham I thought were brilliant. Defensively, they were really compact, didn't let us do what we wanted to do. And if I want to blame anybody, I get so frustrated with Mike Dean. There's a feeling of just there's only a yellow card for City some days, and there we are. The red card, well, he deserved it. I can't say much about the red card. He was an idiot in the first half for the first one, and he just got suckered into the second one. And after that, there you go, 2-0.
And as for that penalty, being the decision 4 minutes later on VAR, I just think VAR's got to go now. You know, it's just so disappointing. Anyway, but I'll still be coming.
What a strange game. City completely dominated that game. They had over 60% possession. They had chances twice. They hit the woodwork. Then, of course, Alexander Zinchenko was sent off. I'm not sure about that. I have to look at it again. But certainly, from that point onwards, City were slightly on the back foot. Once Tottenham got ahead, well, there was no way back. It just feels a very cruel defeat, that. I, for one, just like that last fan, felt that City played actually quite well today in patches. But of course, if you don't score goals, you don't win games. On to the next one, West Ham at home. Of course, I'll be at that game vlogging as usual. So if you get the chance to say hello, please do. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
And as ever, a very big thank you to Hotclickmarketing, who can get your company to the top of Google searches. So give them a call. And thanks for your support, guys.